Stop believing the lie that gray hair is just bad genetics or getting old. For millions of seniors, that silver hair isn't a sign of aging, it is a sign of starvation. Your hair follicles are starving for specific enzymes that keep the color alive. If you feed them, they can wake up. In this video, I am going to show you the 6 specific foods proven by science that act like natural hair dye from the inside out. We aren't talking about expensive supplements. We are talking about a grocery list that can stop the bleaching process and restore your natural color. If you want to turn back the clock, you need to watch this. Welcome back to our community. I'm so glad you're here because today we are tackling a subject that hits close to home for so many of us. You look in the mirror and you see the vibrancy fading, replaced by a coarse, wiry gray that just doesn't feel like you. It can feel like your body's giving up, but I want you to reframe that thought right now. That gray hair is simply a biological signal. It is your body waving a flag saying, I am missing the raw materials to build color. The medical term for this is achromotrichia, but we can just call it the pigment factory shutting down. When we are young, stem cells in our hair follicles called melanocytes work overtime to inject pigment into every strand of hair. As we age, these cells don't necessarily die right away. They often just go dormant or get damaged by oxidative stress. The key is to protect what you have and reactivate what is sleeping. We are going to walk through a protocol of 6 specific foods that target the root causes of graying: mineral deficiency, hydrogen peroxide buildup, and oxidative stress. Before we dive into the first food, if you are ready to take control of your health and refuse to let age define you, consider subscribing to the channel. We are building a library of senior health tips that doctors often overlook because they are too busy treating sickness rather than building wellness. And I am curious, where are you watching from today? Let me know in the comments. I love seeing our global family growing. Now, let's get into the list. The first food is non-negotiable if you want color. It is the single most nutrient-dense food for your hair follicles, yet most of us have stopped eating it. I am talking about beef liver. I can hear some of you groaning already, but please listen to the science on this because it is fascinating. The magic ingredient here is copper. Your body cannot produce hair pigment without an enzyme called tyrosinase. Think of tyrosinase as the factory worker on the assembly line who actually paints the hair shaft. But here is the catch. Tyrosinase is completely dependent on copper. If you don't have enough copper in your blood, the enzyme stops working. The worker walks off the job. The hair grows, but it comes out white. This isn't just theory. A pivotal study published in the journal Biological Trace Element Research looked specifically at the copper levels in hundreds of patients experiencing premature and senile graying. The results were stark. There was a direct, statistically significant correlation between low serum copper levels and the severity of graying. The lower the copper, the whiter the hair. In our modern diet, we eat a lot of muscle, meat, chicken, breast, steak, but we rarely eat organ meats, which is where the copper is stored. By skipping liver, we are effectively starving our pigment enzymes. Imagine your hair follicle is like a printer. You have plenty of paper, that's the hair growing, but you have run out of black ink. Beef liver is the ink cartridge. You don't need to eat a huge plate of it. In fact, you shouldn't because it is so potent. Just 4 ounces once a week provides a massive dose of bioavailable copper that your body recognizes and uses immediately. If you hate the taste, grind it up and mix it into a bolognese sauce or a meatloaf. The strong flavors of tomato and herbs will mask it, but your hair follicles will know the difference. Next on our list, number 2, addresses the bleaching effect. This is perhaps the most important point for seniors. Did you know your body naturally produces hydrogen peroxide? Yes, the same stuff in the brown bottle used to bleach stains. As a metabolic byproduct, your cells make small amounts of it. When we are young,